guys, it's your boy MTG back here with another video today, and today I'm going to be talking about a promo that could potentially take place of the Bow Nose program. Obviously, if you guys aren't living under a rock, you guys know the Bow Nose program is now over. It's done. We're not going to be getting any more 94, 95 raw Bow Nose cards for the rest of the year, most likely. So, obviously, we have Monday to fill now for content. Now, for the most part in the last couple of years, they really have not done Monday content. But I have a suggestion for them and an idea which I think you guys will love and I will love as well, that I think will bring just a new amount of fun to the game every single Monday and will provide EA some content to drop. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. Anything helps. And without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Now, like I mentioned, the Bow Nose program, all that kind of stuff's done, most likely for the rest of the year, and we ended off at 95 overalls. Currently, we are at 95 overalls as like the Masters, the Legends, and kind of, the Team League cards that'll be coming out, all that kind of stuff. So, naturally, we'd probably be getting a 95 overall card every week for the promo on Monday until the Masters increase to 96s, and so on and so forth. Now, if you guys have been around, Madden for a while, you guys will love this promo, trust me. If you guys ever played MLB The Show, in the last 2 or 3 years, they have this thing called flashbacks, and kind of not flashbacks as in Madden terms, but cards that are from previous games that are kind of adjusted stats into the games, and it's just super fun cards that are classic cards, for example. Now, I think if EA did something like this would be an incredible promo they could do. There's two ways they can do it. They can do it like a training route, they have in most promos, or they can do it like a set method where you have to, exchange players to get one of these cards. I think the set method would probably work better for this, considering there are tons of cards and you really can't roll for them unless you want to build the cards. But there are tons of cards in the past that have just been fan favorite cards that a lot of people would love to see back in the game, and I'm just going to mention some of them. So think about it. You log into Madden 22 Ultimate Team and you see this Ghost of Madden, I believe this is Forever, Ghost of Madden Forever, Michael Vick. Guys, you would be so hyped to get this card. Michael Vick's best card right now is a 92 overall, power him up to 93. So a perfect 95, 96 overall card would work perfect for this game. And not to mention, this is one of the coolest card arts we've ever seen. And I remember this card coming out, I believe this is a Madden 19. So hyped. I didn't pick him up right away, but he was just such a fun card. And he was so awesome. He's so fast, so good release. And with the abilities he's getting nowadays, it'd definitely be a super, super fun card. And I think a lot of people would enjoy seeing this card art and this card in general being back. And there's a ton of other quarterbacks that I'm going to mention in a second, but there's just so much they can do with this promo and so much nostalgia they can bring to the MUT community. As you guys can see, if you guys were around for last year, you guys remember this 92 overall, and you also end up getting a golden ticket, Jonathan Ogden, quarterback. Think about it. If they just drop a 95 quarterback Jonathan Ogden, how sick would that be? You can play with him, big boy, quarterback, just a fun card you can use overall. And I think it'd be so awesome if they did something like this, especially seeing Gunslinger and all those abilities. It'd be so fun to use. And he's super hard to tackle. He's got pretty bad speed, but he's a fun card overall. And I think it'd just be so cool if they incorporate something like this, especially where we can get these throwback players and cards that we may never see in Madden again. For example, I don't think we're ever going to see, in our quarterback Ogden unless they bring back, his Ultimate Legend 92 overall that was in, Madden 21. Very specific, but if they did that, that'd be super, super cool, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. So this Jonathan Ogden card would be an example of a fan favorite, throwback card they can add. And they could also incorporate linemen into this game. Of course, we have this left tackle, Joe Thomas, who's actually in the MUT 10 program, which we'll talk about in a minute, but he was in this promo, and he was just, one of the most nostalgic cards in Madden history. He's got that position here as card art, I believe, from Madden 15 or something like that. It's from a while ago, but it's just, there is so many cards I can do in this promo, and so many different types of, quarterbacks, running backs, defensive players, offensive linemen, tight ends, all these cards that they can do, which I think will be so awesome. One of my favorite cards of all time is wide receiver Madden 16 Odell Beckham Jr. Of course, having that nostalgic card art, one of my favorite cards of all time, one of my favorite card arts. And I think if they just add him into the game, it'd be such a cool card. I think a ton of people would, want that card just for nostalgic purposes. It'd probably be a very, very good card. There's just so much you can do with this promo that I think that if it's not in the game, is a big miss by EA. Now I'm going to bring up the MUT 10 program. Now, if you guys are aware, MUT 10, I believe, is in Madden 20 Ultimate Team. And every Friday, I believe we got an LTD for 10 weeks. At the end, we were actually able to get a free one. Cards include guys like Deion Sanders, Michael Vick, What are cards? Randy Moss was in the program. Just tons and tons of cards. Joe Thomas, Ropal Malu. I mean, there was countless cards. Patrick Willis. All these cards that were just so cool and so fun from previous Maddens. That's almost like what I'm talking about now. But they were LTDs. They were very expensive. I mean, Vick was probably, what, 2 or 3 million when he came out. Bo Jackson. Who remembers Bo Jackson? The most broken halfback until Eric Dickerson came out. There was so much cool stuff that they did in that promo that I think is just being missed out because the community would love, and I mean they would die for a throwback promo where we see some super cool card arts and some super cool names we haven't heard in a while. I mean, there's tons of cards that I'm sure you guys can think back to. I believe like one of the Smith brothers had a card in like Madden 15 or something. It's like a mover, position here, or something like that. It was just a beast of a card. There's so many throwback cards that would bring so much nostalgia to people that I think it is almost prevalent that they drop this promo. Now ways I think they can incorporate this into the game. The first method, like I talked about, is a training where maybe you drop like 4 players a week, 2 94s, a 95 now, or like a 2 95s and 2 96s, something like that. But you drop it into the game where you can roll for these cards. Maybe it'd be like, what, 20,000 training to roll for this, and you get either a 94 or 95, something like that. Not 20,000, you'll probably be looking at like 24,000 here. But that's what you can do. You can get people to roll training. It increases training value. It rises the market as well. And these cards will just be so easy to obtain them that people could actually use them. Another method they could do is sets. If you guys remember, I believe it's to the playoff promo for the 95-year-old Masters last year. We needed like, what, 189, 387s, and like 785, something like that. Something weird like that. But they could do it like that again, where maybe you add 191 to 92, 190 to 91, 389 or 388 to 89s or something like that, something along the lines of that, just to get these, cards that are just going to be so sought after. And it's kind of like the Team Diamonds too from last year, where the price will just be so expensive on these cards and it'll be very, very exclusive. So you can either go the training route where you just give everybody basically these cards and just unlimited, or you can go the set method where it's going to take a ton of stuff to get them. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be worth it to sell at the end. So there's 2 methods they could do this, and I think it's just super cool if they would add this into the game. Obviously, with Mondays now not being a thing anymore, content is going to be dead, especially this week. If we don't get anything Friday, content's just going to be dead all week. But I think that this would be a cool Monday promo that can incorporate the game. Add maybe like 1 offense, 1 defense, 2 offense, 2 defense every week. Whatever they're feeling, maybe like 195, 194 at this stage in the game on both offense and defense every week. I think that'd be super cool, and I think that a ton of the community would love it. Let me know down below if you guys have been playing MUT for a while. What are some of your favorite cards of all time? I'm sure there's out-of-position cards you guys loved. I'm sure there was probably, a quarterback that you guys liked in Madden 16, Madden 17 if you played back. But just let me know some of the cards that you would want to see in this promo that would be flashbacks that would make you feel basically like you were playing the Madden that they came out in. And I'll tell you what, I think they should do this every year because I think it would definitely be cool. And there you guys have it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you end up liking the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. And I'll tell you what, man, we're grinding. We're going to be posting videos, and just make sure you're on the channel because you're not going to miss them. Anyways, thanks for watching. NTG. Peace out.